Hello, my wonderful friends. Um, I revamped it and it's time for the instructions. So, what we're going to do is we're going to do a jigsaw. The reason we're doing a jigsaw is because I learned from someone else who has that as a high yield strategy that number one, it yields 1.28 yield. That's huge. But the key to jigsaw, because I've never been a fan of jigsaw myself, but the key to jigsaw is that the person presenting has to be accountable for the learning of the group or the people they're presenting to. So I've gone ahead and I've made a template for us to put our slides in. So we'll have one place to put it all. So at the end, it'll be just like this book study thing. And we can turn that in and we can get professional development and you'll be great with that. And I want to go ahead and give you the instructions and your assignments. So in the email, you will have a link to edit this slideshow. You will also have your assignments and you will have the instructions. But I did want to kind of show you what I'm talking about as well. So this is the first slide of the presentation, a super cute. And here's rule number one. Don't change the colors. Don't change the font. Use the templates they have and add to it. If you can get all of your information in one slide, great. If you need 3 slides, that's great. But use the templates that are in this slide deck. And I'll show you how to do that. Or, no, there is no or. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to do that. Jigsaw instructions. Of course, you have to read your chapter, and you each have 2 chapters. Find the slide designated for your chapters. So over here on the side, you'll see chapter 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, 18, 20. That's the slide assigned to your chapter. And then create 1 to 3 slides to use for teaching your fellow participants. So then and I'll show you how to duplicate those and put them under there. But here's what I want. Make sure you include the definitions that are pertinent. Like I just read the chapter on affective, what is that? It's creating a learning atmosphere to enhance affective learning. Well, go ahead and include, they have definitions on the side of affective learning and cognitive learning. So go ahead and include those definitions. But you know how this works. Key information, quotes, research. It's important to me that you include something actionable for people to use once they go back to their classroom. So instead of it just being theory and pedagogy, create an opportunity for either us to discuss ways we could use this in our classroom or give them examples and strategies or things they can do in the actual classroom, whether that comes from the book or comes from something inspired by that chapter. And then this is key. Like I said, the only way to get this high yield is some sort of accountability for the learning. So are you going to quiz us? Are you going to do an exit ticket? Are we going to have to do an escape room? What are we going to have to do? Now, there are going to be 3 people, or I think, is that right? 3 people per session, and we only have, we don't want to be there more than an hour for sure. So let's say 15 minutes. Okay, so you're going to do a 15 little minute or less, 10 to 15 minute mini lesson, and but it does need to include these things, which also includes accountability for our learning. So don't forget those things. Your assignments are on the next slide. On February 1st, Chapter 10 is Seibelt, 11 Hernandez, and 12 Stubbs. I'm not going to read all these to you, but I do want you to notice that Seibelt is on February 1st, but you'll also see her name on March 28th for a different chapter. So like I said, everybody is going to be assigned 2 chapters, but then every time we meet, we'll hear about and learn about 3 to, on April, 4 chapters. So 10 to 15 minutes max. Okay, so now let's talk about if you are chapter 12. Okay, we'll say, and this is Stubbs, I think. So he can write anything he wants to on this, but just use the fonts that they're giving you and the color palette. So, of course, it's already got the font in there. And up here, you'll see the fonts that are used. And you'll also, if you want to look at color, it has the color palettes right there. So just stay within those. But there are slides down here at the very bottom after each chapter, slide templates below. So I added this instruction. All the slides below can be duplicated and then used as a slide for your chapter. So you just right click on the slide you want to use and duplicate, hit duplicate, then click on that duplicated slide and drag it up directly under your chapter slide. So, and then edit the slide however you see fit within the parameters. So we've got some really cool templates that are already created that you might want to use or start with as your base. Let's say that, well, let's say Stubbs likes this one. He wants to add a little picture, and he can use this space for writing. So he's going to right click, duplicate, and then he's going to drag it up to his chapter, which is chapter 12. There we go. And then if he wants to add more slides, he can do that. But right now, his chapter has 2 slides. Don't worry, Stubbs. I will delete that for you. Okay, I hope that is clear. If you have questions, of course, ask me. And I can't wait to see what you guys come up with. And I will see you on February 1st. Bye.